guys? Jason Stewart with Epic Fighting here with Anthony Orozco from the arena, one of our most dominant fighters that we've had in a really long time, and definitely a rising star. Get his autograph while you still can.
Yeah, seriously.
Let us know how the journey's been for you. So you told me something today pre-interview that I did not know about your first fight at Epic. Share it with the rest of them.
Yeah, so should I be talking in this?
Yeah, that's the camera right there.
At Epic, I think Epic 47, it was on October 29th. I told Jason that leading up to that, I hadn't sparred once in my life. And that was pretty much the first fight I ever got into, which was at Epic 47. And that was just...
And you were so confident, and your mom was so confident, and your mom's hyping up this. He's like, well, he's new to this, but he's a really great athlete, and he's really good, and he's gonna win. And I'm like, this poor mother. I don't think she understands how MMA works. Nobody just goes in and wins and is like new to this, you know?
Yeah, I feel you.
And then you had this, you know, you got clipped a few times, but as soon as you put hands on him, you grabbed him, you did your thing, you had this. Who goes into an MMA fight only knowing wrestling, confident that they're gonna win? Never seen that before. I don't think that's ever happened.
Yeah.
And so you beat the guy very impressively, and as you were coming out, she's like, this is my son I was telling you about. And I'm like, everyone's jaws dropped. And then you say, you wanna know the craziest thing? I don't even have a camp yet. I just started.
That's where I met my coach, my current coach at the arena. That's where I met Vince.
Well, you'd have to be crazy not to try to recruit you after that.
They recruited me right then and there. They're like, bro, I got you. Like, come in.
Yeah.
Because they realized that I had my two best friends in my corner. Like,
yeah.
I literally didn't have a coach. But it was really cool to experience that.
And so then I see you on the next fight, which was the last MMA show, our last event. And you do have some hands.
Yeah.
That was a short period of time to develop that. How did that happen?
For me, I don't like to look bad, and I like to emulate like the best people. So like if I see a nice combo from XYZ, like I don't know, style bender, I want to replicate that. So I just always try and replicate the greatest guys. And ever since I started doing that practice, I just developed like way quicker than anything else.
So you see something that you're like, I want to be able to do that. I want to be like this guy, and then you just wrap your head around it. You envision yourself doing it, and then reps.
Yeah,
and
honestly.
then a couple shows later, you're in the cage actually doing it.
And comfortable, too.
And comfortable, yeah. I mean, the confidence is out of this world. Like, I don't know if you've ever lost a match in your life, because this is a ridiculous amount of confidence that you have.
And you know what? That's where my mom's confidence came from, too. Like, she saw me competing at such a high level. Like, I wrestled in college, and I won nationals twice. Like, I've been under pressure, and that's why I can deal with that pressure. Like, it's super easy on me, and I think that's an edge that I have, because a lot of guys in MMA and amateur MMA right now, they haven't experienced like big shows. But I've been under the lights multiple times, like under a lot of pressure too, like going against an opponent that is game and going against an opponent that is supposed to win, and it's super easy for me.
But I will say though, I remember in the beginning of MMA, wrestlers dominated. Then this thing called jiu-jitsu took off, and the jiu-jitsu guys were tearing up these. They were having trouble with them at first, but they adapted. And you look at the early Frank Shamrock fight. He was fighting an all-American champion wrestler, and I was like, being a wrestler, I was like, the wrestler's gonna Frank's one of the best fighters in the world, but come on, all-American, like, you know the level of that, and he armbars the guy and just he was bigger, stronger, more athletic, whatever, but do you have that fear that you're going to get this guy with crazy hands and can stuff a takedown, or crazy hands and a high-level jiu-jitsu, that, you don't have 10 years on the mats with jiu-jitsu? You might have it with wrestling. You got a lot of experience, but, the jiu-jitsu is, that's the water versus the rock.
Yeah, actually, that's a good way of saying it. It's the water versus the rock. That's true, but I'm honestly a professional back taker. Like, dude, I swear to God, dude. I'm super sticky, and I got the compliment the other day at Legion's open mat. This guy, I always roll with the best guys. Yeah. They see me, I see them, and we want to tussle. I don't necessarily tap them or sub them, but I get dominant position often, and it is the great neutralizer. But I think my scrambling has really done me wonders, and it's the body awareness and stuff, and that comes from constant reps, just being on the mat and having fun all the time. Like, you normally drill like perfect technique or anything. Like, I'm just going to flow with someone. Like, I want to see your reaction, and then I'll like back out. I'll flow like water. If you give me pressure here, I'm gonna duck under type of thing. Like,
Okay.
yeah. So
your last opponent, people don't realize he was a very experienced opponent. He had a good amount of wins.
yeah, he was actually.
He was a really strong jiu-jitsu guy. He had hands, and you would get him in a position where it looked like there's no way you're not going to finish him. He got out a lot.
Yeah, he was game, dude.
He was game.
Do you remember I had a rear naked choke too?
Yeah.
My arms were a little tired too, but he was. I heard him like scoffing, like he had not a lot of air. But
That dude
just
don't
game.
quit. Yeah,
exactly.
That dude don't quit. Like, he was a tough guy that on paper you're not supposed to beat a guy like that.
Literally, I know.
You're not. But what got the crowd, there was no butt in the chair. If you guys could go back to that fight and watch it.
I love that.
There was no butt in the chair. And you slammed this guy in the first round. I think Fale was counting, and I think our numbers were close, but I went to him and a few other people, was like, was that 18 body slams? In a round. This isn't even a 5-minute round. It was like a 2 or 3 minute round. And it was like 18 body slams on one but the dude would get up. He would scramble and get up, and then you would just say fine, and then take him for a ride again, or pick him up and do a tribute. I pretty much, if you want a clinic for every type of body slam there is, just watch that first round. Every single body slam that you can do was done. But, I mean, that was intense. Do you, I've already talked to Harvey, and Harvey says, like, after something like that, it's difficult to find you an opponent.
True. That's actually, yeah, I could see that.
Now, in my head, I'm like, there's got to be some dudes out there with a lot more experience than you that want to take a crack at you. Got to be someone that's got to be like, give it, you're the Conor McGregor at the beginning right now. You got all the confidence, you got all the hype, but you haven't been against, say, a jiu-jitsu black belt or this guy with a, super high level striking yet. And so there's got to be some people out there that want a piece of you. What do you say about that?
Bring it on. I'll go. I can smother most of these guys, man. Like I said, bring it on. I'll go back to back. I've been back to back by every Epic since I learned about Epic. Like, I don't have a problem with these guys. Like Kamzat says, I smash, brother. I'll smash, brother. Come on.
So
you
what?
know this. You know this.
So what a lot of my friends were saying that were watching the fight, they were talking about it all night, is that you were talking to your fans, AKA a group of beautiful women who were like your biggest cheerleaders, and like winking and smiling and talking to them and watch this and that type of thing during the fight. Yeah. And that's why when you guys hear me say like he has a ridiculous amount of confidence, like where does this like where do you come from with that kind of confidence? He's literally in there like
yeah.
Like doing this to this group of beautiful girls who are all like screaming and cheering and like with like tears of whatever it is in their eye, and it's just like the energy is so crazy because I think that energy is contagious. You got these girls, you got your mom, you got your family, you got your teammates, and then you're slamming some dude 18 times who is like a veteran.
I told each one of those girls that I'd do one slam for them, so that's why.
Okay, that's what it was.
That's why I had to do 18. So I had
there
one slam for every person.
There probably was 18 girls in that group.
Those are my.
That's great. What do you got to say to your fans and your future fans? Because I think anyone who watched your last event or who will watch it or who watches this event are going to be becoming fans. Mm-hmm. What do you have to say to those people? What can they expect?
Well, you can first expect to bet on me in every fight. But honestly, I'm already grateful for my support system that I have right now. They're the ones who let me be me and let me go out there and do my thing and give me the confidence to do that. Like, how could I not have the confidence to go out and try and be my absolute best self? Or I have that ability because I have such a strong backbone in like my support system. So I want to say thank you to the people that have been with me so far. And the people that are coming, don't be afraid to hop on the train. I mean, I want to be a leader for a lot of people. Like, the confidence is a practice. Hopefully you feel confident in front of any big endeavor, and yeah, hop on the train. Let's do this thing.
How do you see the fight going, your next fight?
Honestly, I'm not even trying to wrestle this next fight. I'm trying to strike. Yeah, I'm trying to
You
throw.
want to stand up?
I
You
want
trying to get the KO?
Dude, I experienced I rocked that last guy with a check hook in my last fight, and that was a crazy feeling. I want to experience that again.
You want to experience that again?
So I'm thinking
So if
about,
your wrestling's here, where's your striking right now? If this was your first fight, you had none. Where are you at, right? Where are you with the striking?
dude, every day, I'm probably right here, but every day it's like this. It's
Yeah?
Yeah. It's coming up. That's what's
EpicFighting.com, check him out. I want to keep him fighting at Epic Fighting for every single fight. I don't know if this guy gets injured or if anything could even happen to this guy. So I want him on every fight because I can't wait to tell everyone when he's the star champion of the world that he started right here at Epic Fighting. We'll see you guys there.
Thanks, guys.